I just got done working out, and I actually got on YouTube, and I was just randomly going through a bunch of stuff, and I seen that the Conjuring. Uh, I said Conjuring. Yeah, I seen a couple of YouTube channels had the Conjuring Last Rites trailer, and I was like, I didn't even know there was supposed to be a Conjuring movie. Yeah, I didn't even know there was supposed to be a Conjuring movie coming out this year. I really didn't. And so I was sitting there, and I was like, man, I really love that. I really love that universe. Now, I showed you guys in previous videos that I have, you know, a Conjuring for Blu-ray. Uh, I have a Blu-ray copy of a. It's the light. I don't want the light to mess up stuff. But anyway, it's a Conjuring, and it's the Conjuring universe. It's a 7-film collection, and I got the Conjuring. Then I got the Conjuring 2. Then I got the Conjuring 3. The Devil Made Me Do It. Then I got Annabelle Creation, and I got Annabelle Comes Home, The Nun. And then I got The Nun 2 by itself. But this is not a trailer reaction because every time I try to do a trailer reaction, I don't do very good at it. It seems like every time I try to do a trailer reaction like in my living room and play it on my TV, but then YouTube says I do a copyright thing, or there's a couple times I was able to pull it off. But also, I don't want to do a trailer reaction like I'm just like all those facial expressions. I just don't get into that. But I want to tell you that I actually watched that trailer, and that trailer looks pretty, pretty dope, or pretty sweet, or pretty good, or awesome, or whatever. Cause I was watching, I was like, man, I didn't know this was supposed to be out. But I love these stories that they tell about the Warren. And I was watching this, and it just gave me the creeps. And I was like, man, this looks pretty good, man. And so I'm excited. I'm excited. I like that trailer. I ain't gonna lie. I like that trailer. Now, as far as doing the thumbnail, like, I just ain't my dig. But I'm not making fun of people do that. It's just not my gig. But I just watched this trailer, man, and I actually just got done working out, and I was packing my lunch for tomorrow, and I was like, I turned on YouTube, man. And I was thinking about playing a video game or watching a movie, and so I was sitting there, going, Conjuring, that's right. So I was like, whoa, I didn't know they were supposed to be bringing something out like that. So man, when that doll flipped upside down and then flipped up and got on it, see right there, I would have been gone. And that little girl's backing up, man, and that baby was suspended in the air, and then the ugly woman put the mask down. I was like, woo, Lord, they Conjuring, man, ain't no joke. Ain't no joke. It's supposed to be based on a lot of true stuff. But I tell you what, man, the one that really freaked me out was the The Conjuring 2. I For some reason, The Conjuring 2 is a film that, man, I would have to watch that. I can watch The Conjuring 2 early in the morning. I get towards the evening time, I can't watch it. I can't watch it towards the evening time. I watch it early in the morning, I'm good. Because I know I got all day. I can go take a bike ride. I can take a walk. I can go to the movies and see a show or something like that. Go to matinee and see a matinee, workout, or whatever. If I sit down and watch The Conjuring 2, man, this one right here, I don't know what it is. Like The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. I watched that one. That was cool. Annabelle, I enjoyed that one. Creation, I enjoyed that one. I enjoyed all of them, really. Annabelle Comes Home, I enjoyed that one. And The Nun. A lot of people said The Nun wasn't their cup of tea. They thought that was the one that's supposed to really be a shock and awe one. But I went in there. I think when I watch a movie, I really enjoy watching movies. I really do, you guys. I'm just not a film critic. I got this YouTube channel for fun. I really did. I mean, I understand people who can do deep dives. Man, when I listen to people talk about stuff, I'm like, golly, you're smart, or you did your homework, or you just know how to look at things. And I'm like, dang, I didn't see all that. I just usually get on here. Oh, I just got all the movies, man. I really like this movie. And oh, it's like this and this, and I had fun and everything. And that movie could have really sucked, you know. And some people are like, did you really watch the movie? How can you like a movie when it's got this in there? But I think I don't go to the theater to go see a movie that I'm hyped up to go see if I can find this in there. It just ain't my thing, man. It ain't my gig, man. I ain't gonna lie, it ain't my gig. The movie has to totally suck in order for me to just get on here and just talk about stuff. But man, this trailer, man, they give me the creeps. There was some parts in there. There was some parts in there that, and I have to admit that I'm just telling you guys, did you guys, any of y'all out there, folks, ladies and gentlemen, did you guys just see The Conjuring, The Last Rites? I had no idea that this was coming out. I had no idea. But man, I so love these. I really do love these series. I really do. I got all 7 films, all 7. And I am not, if a 4K copy comes available, I'm not going to go get it. You know why? Because last night I watched Monster Hunter with Amelia Jokovic on DVD. I bought that DVD like 6-7 months ago. I got up early because I like to avoid crowds. So I went to Walmart. It had to be about 6:30, 6:45. There's hardly anybody in there. There's people in there, but not very many. I always have a knack of walking by the movies. And I looked and I said, Monster Hunter. Yeah, I remember that. I said, I didn't watch that movie. I was wanting to watch it, but then I was like, I'm saying all this to myself. So I had my little grocery list. I picked it up. I said, $10? Threw it in my thing. Watched that last night on DVD with this new setup. This new setup, man, is nice. And it looked good, played good, and everything. That's why I'm just not into getting everything on 4K, because that picture looked good on DVD. So yeah, I can imagine that, if I did get Monster Hunter on 4K, it's tempting, but I'm just not doing that because I like having my 4K, my DVDs, my Blu-ray, my 4K. Like the Conjuring series, I know one day there's going to be a state-of-the-art, beautiful box set, chunky box with some of those, physical collectors call chunky boxes. That's their term they use. This is my chunky box, and I'm going to keep my chunky box, and the picture and the quality on this is just as good. But back to The Conjuring Last Rite, man, I was like, man, that comes out. I kept saying to myself, that comes out in September. I'm literally sitting in my living room just like this. The camera's on me right now. I'm sitting there going, dang, I didn't even know this coming out. Because I get on YouTube, sometimes, like I said, I just got done working out. And I put a vegan meal in the oven, and by the time it was over, I had like 10 minutes before it was over. So I'm like multitasking. I'm packing my lunch. I know I got like 5-6 more minutes left. So I walk in there, I'm playing some this YouTube channel. These 2 guys, all they do is sit around and talk about video games. They're real pleasant. And I just walked in here and I flipped it back to home, and I seen Conjuring Last Rites. I went like this. I'm going, when this happened? And I seen a couple of YouTubers was responding to it, and I was like, huh. And so I played that trailer, man, and that trailer is, man. And in closing, like I said, I really enjoyed this series. The only one that only one I have issues with, I don't know why, it's something about The Conjuring 2 that it gets me. I just can't watch that. I can watch it during the early days, like early, like I'm talking like maybe, I don't know, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. And I try to watch this at 6. I try to watch Conjuring 2 like 7 o'clock knowing I got to go to bed. I'm like, nope, I ain't watching it. But out of all of them, my favorite one, still to this day, is the original. That family that bought that house out in that big old house, and I just love that premise. I just love the way it was shot. Now, I like all of them, folks. I really do. I like all of them. I could compare and say, oh, one's better than this one's better than that one. Annabelle, that Annabelle was better than that Annabelle. I could do that, but I'm not. But anyway, have you guys watched the trailer to Conjuring Last Rites? Did you know that this movie was coming out this year? I had no idea. And I got a big old smile on my face because I had put up a video saying that 2025 looked like it's going to be a dry year so far, but man, it's picking up now. I mean, it's picking up. I mean, uh, I got a buddy of mine. He didn't see Sinners last night. I talked to you guys about this guy named Ryan. He's like, man, it's my birthday, man. I guess he's going to turn 43. My daughter's birthday is coming Wednesday. And I said, yeah, my daughter's birthday. She's going to be turning 34 on Wednesday. I guess his birthday is on Saturday. He goes, man, I got tomorrow off, you know. I said, well, good for you, man. He said, and I'm going to go watch Sinners, man. And I said, well, I hope it doesn't let you down. He goes, I ain't heard nothing but good. I said, yeah. I said, yeah, it's nothing but good, man. But I was telling him, I said, man, I'm really ready to watch another movie, but there's nothing out this weekend that I want to watch. You know, I don't know if I want to go back and watch Sinners all over again. I just want to wait till it comes, but I could go back and watch Sinners all over again. But I told him, I said, man, 2025, I said, Ryan's starting to look pretty good, man. I said, because we was at work. He's all excited because he got vacation day. He got a 3-day weekend. I was like, yeah, man. I said, I'm ready for, I know what you did last summer, you know, the new one. I said, I'm ready for Megan. I'm ready for Final Destination. And then, now I got a big old smile on my face now because I had no idea that The Conjuring Last Rites was coming out. I had no idea. But man, when I seen that trailer, man, that trailer just like, wow. I was impressed. So this is my trailer reaction, you guys. This is my trailer reaction. And I'm just sitting in front of you just telling you I did watch it. And I was like I said, I just got done working out. I was packing my lunch. I had about 8 more minutes till my vegan meal come out of the oven. And I happened to see Conjuring Last Night, and I stood in this living room, and I was watching, and I played that trailer. I was like, oh, and I said, September, baby. I said, September. You know, so I'm like, I got May, I got June, I got July, I got August. I think every month I got something I'm going to go watch. And now I'm excited. It's picking up for me. It really is. There are going to be a couple little ones in there I'm going to slide in there in between, too, because I'm all about those ones I call indie films. They you know, I just call them indie films. They might not be indie films, but there's some films I go watch that just it's hard to explain. But anyway, there might be a few of them I'll slide in there too. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to share my thoughts with you guys on the Conjuring, man. I was like, yep, that's going to go in my collection. I can't wait. This one looks pretty dark. Looks pretty just. The only thing, the way they film that, and the way they make Lauren look, and the way the couple that plays the Warrens and everything, and the way they just that style of film and the way they capture that moment, man. I just love the way they really. You can feel like you can go back in time when you're watching that. You know, when you're watching the Conjuring universe, and just the stories that they tell are so good. I have no issues with the Conjuring universe. I really don't. And I can honestly tell you that I love every daggone one of these films. I have no issues with them. Because at the end of the day, you guys, I enjoy watching movies. I really do. I've always enjoyed watching movies as I was a kid. And I just, and like I said, I can't do reviews. The only thing I can do is get in front of this camera and just tell you, hey, I just walked out theater, or I just finally got around to watching, or I just picked up a movie that's like 10 years old. I didn't know this movie was this good, and wow, man, I'm impressed. But far as finding stuff wrong with it and all that kind of stuff, I can't do that because I just ain't, I feel like you need some training. I have to really be, I have to really say something like, oh yeah, there's a point where I fell asleep. And I might say, I honest with you, I dozed off watching some of this movie. But when I really got into it, I liked it. Now, I might say that. Say I'd tell you that maybe there was a dragging spot in there. Or I might not tell you that there was a part in there that dragged. It could just tell you that my butt was in there and I just fell asleep. Because if I can't get gripped right away, then I will fall asleep. Because I just love to keep moving. I ain't one of those people that's like to, sit down and just sit. And I'm always doing something, and I just, And when I sit down, I want to be gripped. It's like when I watch Sinners, I ain't gonna lie, man. In closing, I want to say this about Sinners. I notice a lot of people who are entitled to their own opinion. They said something about Sinners had pacing issues. Pacing issues where? Where? I didn't think that movie had any pacing issues. Yes, I get it. Well, you ain't everybody. If some people say they have pacing issues, then they must have pacing. Well, they didn't have pacing issues to me. I just happened to come across somebody was talking about Sinners, and they said they had some pacing issues, and you could have chopped off 20 minutes and all that. So you could have chopped off 20 minutes and the pacing issues. One, when I went and seen that movie, I went straight into that movie and stayed straight in it. When I watch a movie sometimes, even if I say a movie is good, I never sit there and say, now there's parts where I was really wanting this movie to wrap up. I'll say that, but I won't complain. I was just like, I was kind of getting a little, but once it got to the end, man, it was all right. Or I might say like, this movie's okay, man. I ain't gonna say I was mad I went and seen it. You might want to rent it, or I might say I might buy this on a sale on digital. But anyway, Sinners having a pacing issue, man. I don't understand that. And then chop off 20 minutes, and then I don't know. I think Sinners is just a well-made, spot-on, I'm going to watch it again. I'm going to try to watch it again somehow. And I want to see exactly, because I wouldn't mind watching that movie again. But anyway, the Conjuring universe. Do you guys have a Conjuring universe Blu-ray set like this? This is nice. Man, this thing is nice. I love it. I mean, you got the Conjuring, boom. Then you got the Conjuring 2 right there. And then you got Conjuring 3. I like how you got Annabelle Creation. And then you got, I like how they got Annabelle right here in that different color. Annabelle Comes Home. And then you got The Nun. That's one thing I love collecting physicals, man. I really do. And I can automatically tell you this is going in my physicals. People's like, well, why would you put that in your physicals? You ain't watched it yet. It don't come out till September. I don't care, because I want all of them. But anyway, y'all, I know I've been on this for a while, but I'm excited. I'm excited, man. See, my trailer reaction is going to be a lot different than most people's trailer reaction, because I just watched it. I just want to let you guys know I watched it. I had no idea. Like I said, just got done working out, waiting on my meal to come out of the oven. I was packing my lunch, and after that, I cleaned the kitty litter and all that kind of stuff. And then I happened to walk in. And you know how YouTube has everything around there, this, and that, and Conjuring, The Last Rites. So I'm excited. I'm excited, man, because it comes out in September. So, I got a lot of movies that I can go see. And I want to go, I usually go at the 10-something. I go at the earliest ones I can go, because the early ones are the best ones. But anyway, be blessed out there, folks. Be kind to one another. And I'll catch you next video. We'll see you.